the studio called and asked if I would be interested in being involved with this picture. And ironically, I was reading his book. In fact, I was down to about the last 30 pages. And it was kind of ironic that they had called up and they said, we'd like to do this picture and we're doing this and would you consider it? And I said, yeah, let me finish the book and then call you back. So I finished the book and I called them back the next day and I said, yeah, I'm interested in the project. He played himself in the film, and Kevin, he was of great value, and several of the other fellows too who knew him really well. He was a great value because I met with Taya, his wife, and I met with his father and his mother, and from relatives you can gain a lot, but they all said sort of the same thing. He was definitely extremely interested in defending his country. Bradley and I took a trip down to Texas and met with Taya, met the family and the kids. He has two adorable kids, and a wonderful father and mother. And everybody, it was very informative because we got an idea of the guy without actually seeing him. It was as his whole life and overview, and it was important for me to see them as far as casting the picture. So when I cast those characters in the picture, starting with Taya on down, I had to have people that I thought could affect that same kind of enthusiasm she had. Well, she's a very good actress. I've liked her in other things that I've seen along the way, but she came in and did a reading for us, and she was splendid. And there were several other people who did splendid readings too, but she had that sort of, she was the one that had Taya's personality down the best, I think. He's a very activist actor, as I was when I was young, and I was interested in the overall project, and that's probably what drove me into being a director more than an actor. That's an important aspect of the story. It's not just shooting and all that. I mean, there's some exciting action in the film, but the action isn't the soul-driven aspect of it. It's the relationships, and their relationship is certainly the most important relationship in the picture. He came up with this idea. He and and another friend who was also a Navy SEAL came up with this idea of that he'd have this shooting range, and they'd go out and they'd practice shooting and bring some of these fellas that were off and just meet with people who have been through similar experiences and all exchange ideas and talk about it and maybe have a few beers and or whatever, and just kind of relax and try to get them back on key, on target, as coming back into civilian life and enjoying their family and taking responsibility for the way their civilian life goes. And so he became obsessed with that.